There we go. So now I just want to try and position myself, as I was saying before, in a hull down position so that only my turret can be seen. Hi guys, Maxwell here, bringing you another World of Tanks gameplay video. Today I thought I'd bring you some footage from the Tier 7 American Heavy, the T29. Now, I haven't brought you any footage from this tank before, even though it is actually one of my favourite heavies, despite it only being Tier 7. And again, it suffers from what I like to call the Tier 6, Tier 7 curse, which is, I would say, 8 out of every 10 matches you play, you get paired up against Tier 9s and Tier 10s. Luckily, first match of the day, I've managed to get a good placement, and I am actually top of the table. Well, not exactly top, but you get the meaning. Tier 7 is the top tier tank in this battle. So, what am I going to do? I'm just going to sneak, well, not really sneak, but I'm going to try and get forward, even though we haven't really got very many people on this left-hand flank. And the good thing about this tank is if you can get it into what's called a hull down position so that only your turret is visible, the front armour on the turret is, don't quote me on this, but I think it's about 252. So if you can get to a position where only your turret is poking out, you are very, very difficult to damage and penetrate. So just keeping an eye on this left-hand flank, because we only have that medium tank there, a T20. Well, you've seen me play with a T20 before. It's a very, very good tank. Again, it's Tier 7 and it's a medium, but it's a very, very good firepower, good speed and good gun. So we appear to have a T50 coming in on the right-hand side, and there's an M4 up there. Now, despite the knock, there we go. Now, with the top tier gun on this tank, you can do a ridiculous amount of damage, as you've just seen there. So I'm going to try and get another shot off at this guy, who's apparently not looking at me. So that's just a T50, so fingers crossed we should be able to deal with that. And I should be able to take this guy out. Nope, he's managed to hide himself successfully. Now, we have been annihilated on the right-hand flank there, so I am going to have to try and get back and do something about it, because the only tank we have there is apparently AFK. So it looks like we've lost this one fairly quickly, which is an absolute shame. But I'm still going to try and lay some damage on this T50, although he's hiding behind the KV. So I'm going to have to try and just get in there, soak up some shots from everyone else, and just try and hit this T50, and he knows it. There he goes. Just need to get a single shot on him. There we go. So now I just want to try and position myself, as I was saying before, in a hull down position so that only my turret can be seen, but this tiger knows it and he is attempting to flank. So what I need to do is just concentrate fire on the people we've hit before and take out the softest targets first. So I've lost a track, so I'm going to have to try and reverse a little. And there we go, just keep myself hidden. And there we go. So as you can see, if you are brave about it and don't sort of, pardon my language, pussyfoot about, if you can get into the base and lay some damage on these tanks. Now I'm sure I hit him right in the centre and he didn't die. So if you can get into your base and lay some damage on the attackers, you can really make a difference. As you saw there, we just totally mopped them up. So now it's to switch from defense back to attack. So what I'm going to do is, our medium tanks seem to be making a good push on the right hand flank, and they seem to be abandoning their base. So my plan is to move up the left hand flank. Everyone just congratulating each other, good job there, but the game isn't over yet. As we saw, they invaded our base with a quite sizable force, and a couple of us managed to fight them off. So it's just a case of get to their base. What have they got? An IS and an M4. Yeah, we have a Panther and a T34-85. I would go so far as to say this game is won. Now their artillery is probably camping on the railway tracks on the left-hand flank, as they can't be on the right-hand flank because that's where all of our tanks have come from. So it's probably going to be a good idea for me to break off left here and try and find the artillery. I mean, we could just go for a base capture, but it's always satisfying to wipe out an enemy team. And there he is. And I missed. Switch to high explosive shells because he has an open cockpit. With an open cockpit, high explosive shells do a horrendous amount of damage. So hopefully I can get a shot before he gets too far away. And there we go, 320 damage because I was switched to high explosive shells. So that's him dealt with. They just have, what is it? Well, I would say they had an M4, but he got destroyed. So there's the Tier 7 heavy American tank, the T29, as you can see by that video. As long as you use smart positioning and angling and try and only expose your turret, that's very hard some of the time. But if you can manage to pull it off, it's a very tough tank. So yeah, won Steel Wall and Defender medals there. Steel Wall for receiving 10 or more hits, and Defender for basically stopping the base capture. So, thanks very much for watching, guys, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and favourite it, and you can go ahead and subscribe to this channel for more World of Tanks videos in the future. Thanks very much for watching.